Now on CoastTV News.
Time to do the detour dance, a key intersection on Millsboro closed for construction. Saluting heroes, how Delmarva is honoring Veterans Day. And a drought update. It rained a little, but it rained enough to ease these dry conditions.
You know what? And now that we've had a taste of a shower or two, the question now is, when is the next round of rain coming? That answer is coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Clearing up congestion on our highways. That's the end goal with all of this road work that you see there on your screen. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We begin tonight with the Millsboro Bypass project. And we've been keeping you updated on this project for quite a while now. DelDOT first pitched the plan back in 2015 and construction officially kicked off in 2023. The goal is to create a two-lane connector road between US 113 and South Route 24. Coast TV reporter Brendan Conroy shows us how the project is progressing and what it means for drivers this month.
Some construction, some road changes, but most importantly, lots of improvements on the North Millsboro Bypass. People driving in Millsboro can expect road closures from November 12th to November 14th on Gravel Hill Road. Anthony Triola is working with the construction crew on the project.
I try to do everything I can to go around because there's just too many trucks. I mean, it's good for the businesses around, but it ruins the comfortability.
Henry Johnson lives in Millsboro and says the new bypass will be great for improving the traffic flow.
I think later on when they get done, I mean, it's going to be a wait and see deal, I guess. It's got to make it better.
This project comes with a $130 million price tag and looks to ease congestion as Sussex County continues to grow.
Well, the project isn't expected to be done until summer of 2025. From the people we spoke with today on the construction site, they said progress is being made at a very consistent rate. Just getting them one step closer to having the bypass complete. In Millsboro, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
New tonight, a fire destroys a house on Juniper Drive in the Sandy Bray neighborhood. That's in Lewis. Firefighters say the person in that home was rescued and taken to the hospital. The Delaware State Fire Marshal is now investigating. During the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the Flags for Heroes ceremony in Lewis paid tribute to those who have served on this Veterans Day. The display outside of the Cape Henlopen High School has 500 flags to honor our nation's heroes, and this ceremony is put together by the Lewis-Rehoboth Beach Rotary Club. Each flag has a medallion that can be bought for $50 to honor a hero or multiple.
It's very important because we have so many veterans who were a lot less fortunate than I was, who are still suffering from mental and physical distress.
Once it got dark tonight, all of the flags were lit up for the community to enjoy. And people honor veterans in a number of ways, especially today on Veterans Day. For the cannabis company in Rehoboth Beach, it's by providing access to medical marijuana. The company hosted a donation drive campaign with all proceeds going to their program called Weed for Warriors. Carrie Stan with the organization says it's an important step in healing our vets.
As you know, the daughter of a Vietnam Marine veteran, my grandfather was a World War II veteran. I've seen the difference that it makes firsthand within my own family.
To learn more about this campaign called Weed for Warriors, you can visit our website, coasttv.com. Veterans were also honored in Rehoboth Beach today through music. The Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 7447 held a concert and a laying of wreaths at the Rehoboth Beach Bandstand. Veterans in attendance say it has become a tradition to visit this monument in honor of service members.
Behind me is a monument dedicated to 4 of our flyers that died in service to our country. And so since then, for as long as I can remember coming up here, we always pay tribute to our downed flyers.
It means a lot to us, and obviously the ones that have given this, total sacrifice, it's really paying tribute to them as well.
Rehoboth's annual event paid tribute to all branches of the military. And this brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how do you honor Veterans Day? Let's take a look at the results. And it looks like 52% of people, this has been the most popular answer all day, say they post gratitude online. We've seen a lot of pictures posted on Facebook and Instagram. Some people saying they like to spend time with veterans or donate money or attend ceremonies like some of the ceremonies that we've been telling you about. And if you haven't voted yet, you still can do that. Go to coasttv.com or use our mobile app. You can see the updated results online. And from all of us here at Coast TV News, thank you to our veteran viewers and to all who have served our country. We do appreciate your service and your sacrifices. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside now into the Ocean City area and bring in our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams for a check on the weather. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Christina. And we finally received the rain we have been pining for such a long period of time, and it will make an impact on helping with the soil moisture content, but I don't think it's going to necessarily pull us out of the drought bucket totally. We'll see, wait and see on Thursday before the officials say so. But our Gateway Subaru camera in Ocean City, we're seeing things relatively calm out there, actually on the beach at this present time, under mostly clear skies and temperatures in the 50s. So we actually received about a half an inch of rain in Ocean City, and that wasn't the only place. We received about that much in most locations, a little bit more, a little bit less. But keep in mind that we're under a severe drought for right now for the entire state of Delaware and most of the Delmarva Peninsula. But have we received enough rain this one time to really make an impact? I'm going to go over that in a little more detail. And Christina, I want to also remind everybody right now, I'm putting everybody on notice. It's going to be freezing cold Wednesday morning.
All right, duly noted. Thank you, Paul. Well, with just over 2 months before Inauguration Day, President-elect Trump is filling out his cabinet today, naming his former Immigration and Customs Enforcement Director to oversee border control and the president-elect's campaign promise of mass deportation of migrants. NBC's Alice Barr is in Washington with the latest on the Trump transition.
More consequential appointments in a big week for the Trump transition team. The president-elect putting Tom Homan, his former acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, in charge of the nation's borders.
Every morning I get up. Every morning I'm pissed off about what this administration did to the most secure border in my lifetime. So I'm going to go back and do what I can to fix it.
President-elect Trump saying Homan will lead, quote, all deportation of illegal aliens back to their country of origin. Homan was a supporter of the controversial policy that separated migrant families during the first Trump term. Asked about that recently on CBS's 60 Minutes.
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Democrats pushing back.
This is a guy with a cowboy attitude that constantly dehumanizes people who are simply seeking a better life in the United States.
Immigration hardliner and first Trump term veteran Stephen Miller also in line for Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy, according to a source close to the transition. The president-elect tapping Republican Congresswoman Elise Stefanik for U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, the staunch defender of Israel, who's been outspoken about anti-Semitism on college campuses, will fill a key role at a pivotal time for the war in Gaza. Critics concerned that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's close relationship with President-elect Trump could embolden him into further escalation. President-elect Trump will meet with President Biden at the White House on Wednesday, with 2 months to go until he takes office. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
We still have more news to get to tonight. Still ahead, wildfires on both coasts proving deadly, how firefighters are battling the blaze. And new research shows this could be the hottest year on record. Details coming up.
I was so excited to get started, I started early. Okay, so we're looking for breezy conditions on Tuesday, but there might be a chance of a sprinkle or two on Thursday, and we need that. We'll talk more about this in detail in just 60 seconds.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming, our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
Your Ford dealer presents Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. The intelligently designed F-150 truck with hands-free highway driving. Want more? Visit your local Ford dealer. Get F-150 with $3,900 plus $3,000 bonus cash or Super Duty with $3,900 or $2,000 customer cash.
Our biggest weather story for the last 44 days has been the lack of precipitation, and we finally received some late last night and early this morning. We're going to take a look at the tally of that, see when we're going to get the next wave of rain, and then there's a plot twist with the forecast by Wednesday morning that if you didn't catch it early in the newscast, I'll let you know coming up in a moment. So our Hershey's exterior camera, Ocean City, 63 degrees, winds out to the west at about 7 miles per hour. We will stay clear for the rest of the night, dropping down to the mid-50s. Now, headlines, 44 days without rain, but the official status on whether we're still in a drought or not will come down the pike officially on Thursday. That being said, very cold conditions. Wednesday morning is going to be frosty, if not freezing cold. We will tap into the 30s by then. But despite the rain we've already had, we still have fire danger looming in our area, so outdoor burning is strongly discouraged because that rain that we did receive was not a total game changer, but it did help, okay? I mean, we're talking about nearly a half an inch fell in Ocean City, shy of that in Salisbury, but here's some other areas where it fell. Nearly 3/4 of an inch in Laurel and Delmar, as well as Lewis. We had well over half an inch in Millsboro and Ellendale and just over a half inch in Dagsboro. Not only there, but we received some rain at the Indian River Inlet, just over a half an inch in all these locations from Indian River Inlet all the way down to Rehoboth Beach. Enough to make an impression, but maybe not quite enough to make an impact on this. Severe drought in effect for most of the Delmarva Peninsula, because when you're talking 44 days of not seeing any rain, that's a major deal and was a record-breaking time period, by the way. We have a 24% chance of rain on Thursday, but that's all we can muster. Then you combine that with the fact that we're going to stay a bit breezy. That dries things out even a little bit more. With a small craft advisory, that's a wind-driven concern or advisory. Now, it's on both sides of the peninsula. So we're looking at 25-mile-per-hour winds wherever you see all this pink here. And we have a frontal boundary that's sliding through. So we have winds coming out of the north. So that's a drier wind that's coming out of the north, even though we have a low-pressure system connected to it. That mesoscale or small-scale low-pressure system is not going to be able to kick off anything significant. The winds were gusty up to 31 miles per hour earlier today, and we're looking at 22 to 30 mile per hour winds pouring out of the north for Tuesday going into Wednesday. We're in the 60s right now, and we're going to be in the 50s for the afternoon high, and that's about as warm as we're going to get. Even to our south, we're only looking for temperatures in the 50s for the high. Finally, here's a look at the Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodel Extended Forecast. Notice the chill, 36 degrees Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning. That's frosty, if not freezing, Christina.
Okay, thank you, Paul. And as Paul showed us, some rain finally fell over the peninsula. For the Inland Bay's Garden Center, they say the rain helped their plants significantly, and they're hopeful fewer plants will now have to go what they call the emergency room. It's where plants are taken care of if they're in need of help.
It's been difficult here at the Garden Center because plants in pots will require a lot more attention and, of course, a lot more watering. So the rain was definitely godsend for us down here at Inland Bays.
And a reminder, despite the new rainfall, a burn ban is still in effect in Worcester, Wycomico, and Sussex County. So no bonfires just yet. And on a similar note, dangerous wildfires are continuing to burn on both the east and the west coasts of the U.S. On the east coast, Firefighters in New York and New Jersey are working to contain a deadly blaze spurred by an ongoing historic drought, dry air, and high winds. It sadly led to the death of an 18-year-old New York State Forest Ranger volunteer. Fire officials hope to secure fire control lines by the end of the week. And this year is shaping up to be one for the record books, but not in a good way. New data suggests it will be the hottest year on record. According to Europe's Copernicus Climate Change Service, it's, quote, virtually certain that global temperatures will be more than 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit above pre-industrial levels. Nearly all the world's countries pledged to keep global warming below that threshold in the Paris Agreement. Scientists have warned that at that level, the climate crisis begins to exceed the ability of humans and nature to adapt. The new data comes as President-elect Donald Trump has vowed to pull the U.S. out of the Paris Agreement, which he previously did during his first term. Coming up next, how we can offer more than just a thank you to our service members on this Veterans Day. And coming up, why the FDA is considering removing a common medicine ingredient from store shelves.
It's Black Friday at Johnny Janosic's Mattress World. Get a free adjustable base with any mattress purchase of $19.99 or more, plus free delivery and free removal of your old mattress. Black Friday savings are going on now at Johnny Janosic.
In 1925, a simple bank ledger began journaling the transactions of life in Willards, Maryland. New houses, barns, and farm equipment. Growing families and businesses both big and small. A record through time of hardship and prosperity. 100 years ago, the founding of the Farmers Bank of Willards was vital to the town. 100 years later, banking has changed, but the Farmers Bank remains steadfast in its original mission, keeping and reinvesting millions of dollars right here for the benefit of our communities.
Tacoma has a dominant legacy as America's favorite small pickup for almost 2 decades. Known for reliability and capability. Now buy a Tacoma with low 2.99 APR or lease an SR5 for $229 a month.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
You don't know how much pressure you put on your septic system, but Rid-X does. In a 21-month study, scientists proved that Rid-X reduces up to 20% of waste buildup every month. Take the pressure off with Rid-X.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on CoastTV.
It's Black Friday at Johnny Janosic's Mattress World. Get a free adjustable base with any mattress purchase of $19.99 or more, plus free delivery and removal of your old mattress. Black Friday savings are going on now at Johnny Janosic.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. This is Coast TV News at 11.
The FDA is proposing to remove from the market a common ingredient found in popular over-the-counter decongestants. The Food and Drug Administration says there's evidence that oral phenylephrine doesn't work. It's an ingredient found in brand decongestants, including Sudafed, Dayquil, and others. The effectiveness of this drug has been debated for years. An FDA advisory panel in 2007 said it, quote, may be effective as a decongestant. Since then, a number of clinical trials have concluded it's not effective when taken orally. However, the drug's safety, that's not a concern. The FDA proposal now kicks off a 6-month public comment period. The agency would then make a final decision on whether to pull the drug from store shelves. Today is Veterans Day. It's a time to recognize all those who have served in the U.S. military, but for many service members, this day can bring up a lot of differing emotions, both good and bad. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains why and has ways we can all support veterans this day and after.
It's a day to honor veterans' service, sacrifice, and contributions to this country. But for some, it can be bittersweet.
It becomes very, very personal for a lot of people, especially when they've lost friends,
and loved ones.
Dr. Charles Weber is a retired Army Lieutenant Colonel, psychiatrist, and founder of Family Care Center, which provides mental health support to veterans and their families. He says those who have been deployed to combat zones can have an especially hard time being forced to face certain feelings.
I think a lot of it is a struggle for each one of the individual veterans that kind of get to marinate in some of their past and some of their past loss.
Weber says it's okay to thank a veteran you don't know well, but he says if a loved one has served, to get personal with your gratitude, give them your time, guide them to helpful resources, and help them stay connected to others.
If you know of a vet and they're isolating and they're staying away or they're kind of holding up, is to really do more than thank you for your service, is to kind of reach out, checking up on them, inviting them to that barbecue, inviting them to that time to kind of reconnect with that which we've sacrificed for.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Weber says making room for veterans in your life or in your business can also help erase the stigma he says is around some service members, especially those who struggle with mental health issues like post-traumatic stress disorder. Coming up in sports, a recap of the Delaware Volleyball State semifinals. Find out which teams will punch their tickets to Thursday night's championship match. And a FEMA worker fired after allegations of political bias during hurricane relief efforts, what the agency is saying.
And here's a look at your golf forecast. Listen, tomorrow's going to be a clear day. Not worried, obviously, about precipitation. And I'm going to call it fair because it's going to be feeling much colder and winds out of the north at 15 to 20 miles per hour. I mean, I know you love golf. Well, you better bundle up then.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
It's Black Friday at Johnny Janosik's Mattress World. Get a free adjustable base with any mattress purchase of $19.99 or more, plus free delivery and free removal of your old mattress. Black Friday savings are going on now at Johnny Janosic.
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, everyone is a local. Fun times and good vibes await with a wide variety of craft brews, plus our award-winning Primo Hoagies made fresh daily. Dance the night away at the best live music venue in Ocean City. And there's never a bad seat to catch your favorite sports team. Dine in or relax on our outside deck with comfortable seating and beautiful palm trees for a cozy, tropical atmosphere. Beach Barrels open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at 132nd and Coastal Highway.
If your family's anything like mine, life brings in dirt and messes.
Touchdown! Yes! 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 Oh!
Sit back, relax, and leave the deep cleaning to the pros. Your home isn't clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division like myself in cabinetry to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs. And your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
It was very important to find somebody that was knowledgeable in the whole picture, the cabinetry, the appliances, and the countertop. We are delighted with the outcome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
It's Black Friday all month long right here at Preston Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Millsboro. We have over 200 new vehicles on the lot ready to be driven home today. This includes options like the 2024 Jeep Compass models starting at just under $30,000. Visit MillsboroCDJR.com now. Explore the deals and our hassle-free shopping online. So don't wait, Preston Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is bringing Black Friday to you all month long. Cars cost less with Preston.
It's Black Friday at Johnny Janosik's Mattress World. Get a free adjustable base with any mattress purchase of $19.99 or more, plus free delivery and free removal of your old mattress. Black Friday savings are going on now at Johnny Janosic.
A FEMA employee was fired after they told a survivor assistance team to not visit homes with yard signs that support President-elect Donald Trump during Hurricane Milton relief efforts. FEMA did not clarify where or when the incident happened during Milton relief efforts. FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell called the incident, quote, reprehensible. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is calling for an investigation, calling it, quote, the federal government's targeted discrimination of Floridians who support Donald Trump. On a lighter note, songwriters from across the country took part in the Anthem to Us project, hoping to help create a contemporary national anthem. NBC News' Zincle Esimwa spoke to the winner about her inspiration.
Working every week. Nationwide, hundreds answered the call to write a new American anthem. Think about some of the most popular ones. The Star-Spangled Banner, oh, beautiful. America the Beautiful, Lift every voice and sing.
Why do we need a new one in 2024?
We need an anthem pretty much every year to mark the year, mark the change.
This is a vast, expansive country, and the idea that anthem writing is for all of us, I think, is just an incredibly powerful way of moving through the world.
Make it easy on the reader to hear music out of it.
NBC News followed a first-of-its-kind competition, Anthem to Us, launched in January by the Brooklyn Public Library and Lincoln Center. Applicants' visions intended to reflect America's diverse and divisive landscape. Over 100 candidates ultimately selected to join a 3-part workshop series in New York, all vying to add to the American canon through a contemporary anthem.
Who are you now, America?
I am us. She is us.
The movement moves towards justice.
What kind of values do we feel like come from our current anthem? What do we feel like isn't there?
Finalists workshopped lyrics with prolific composers.
We know the ones who wrote the words, but now another voice is heard.
In this land of many, let each one sing.
Rivers flow where we can live, where we can become us.
It just got me thinking about how everyone just wants to be heard. May we each raise our own flag, lift it high, in peace and in memory of every battle cry.
On July 6th, lyricist and composer Jessie Tomsko was announced the winner. She reflected on her American story with her 96-year-old grandmother.
My great-great-grandfather, they were so poor, but she said he saved and saved for a Victrola because he just loved to hear the music. And she just said he'd be so proud that his great-great-granddaughter was making music in this way.
Do you feel like your song captures both the hope of the future for this country, but maybe also the hurts of the past?
Yes.
The desire to create an anthem of hope seems particularly powerful at this moment.
I think so. I think so. I'm a glass half full person. I'm very positive. I always have been. I believe in the best in people.
Could I get the treat, the honor of hearing you sing your song?
Sure. May we raise our own flag, let it fly. May we all unify and let them fly, let them fly. And then it's everybody, let them fly.
Oh, I could dig that.
Children,
let them fly.
Let it fly. May we all unify and let them fly, let them fly.
Let Them Fly, an anthem of hope and the possibilities of America.
Let them fly, let them fly. Oh, the people, let them
Zincle Esimwa, NBC News, New York.
In sports tonight, 4 teams entered the Bob Carpenter Center in Newark with the dream of advancing to Thursday's state championship game. DSN's Luke Milai was on the scene to recap both semifinal matches.
Tonight at the Bob Carpenter Center, it was the DIAA Volleyball State Semifinals, the first game of the night. Number 1 seed Padua taking on number 5 St. Mark's. These two teams split the 2 regular season matchups and tonight delivered another classic. The 2 matchups in the regular season went 5 sets apiece. In a back-and-forth opening set, St. Mark's started to take control with some defense. This block caps a 7-0 run for the Spartans to take a 13-9 lead. And the match point of this one was a thriller. Check out the effort from Madeline Way, keeping it alive and winning the match for St. Mark's 3-0. In Game 2, it was the 2-seed Ursuline Raiders and the 3-seed Tower Hill Hillers. Ursuline led the opening set by as many as 5, but Lydia Spencer bringing Tower Hill back with a kill to the corner. The captain leads the Hillers to a first set win. And with a trip to the title game in the balance, Tower Hill comes through to win it, knocking out 2-seed Ursuline in straight sets. The stage is set. St. Mark's will take on Tower Hill in the DIAA State Championship game on Thursday at 7 p.m. right here at the Bob Carpenter Center. Reporting from Newark, Delaware for the Delmarva Sports Network, I'm Luke Milai.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Get ready, Delmarva. Excitement and incredible savings have arrived at Gateway Subaru. Save up to $3,200 on a new 2025 Subaru Outback with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. Or save up to $2,300 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. And be among the first to drive the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Stop in and reserve yours today. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
At Cabinet Discounters, we truly love what we do. Transforming kitchens, bathrooms, basements, any room. Creating new ways to help you achieve your vision. And all within your budget. Plus, we've got big news. We're excited to announce our new location in Frankfort at the Banks Plaza Shopping Center. Plus, you'll get the same great quality and great price. Get inspired at our new showroom in the Banks Plaza Shopping Center in Frankfort. Learn more at CabinetDiscounters.com.
Cabinet Discounters. Great quality, great price.
Coastal Comfort knows there's no place like home. It's where we can be totally comfortable. Totally comfortable being ourselves, making a mess, making improvements, making strides, making memories with those we love. Totally. Big or small, at the beach, or on the farm, all along the Eastern Shore. It's home, and Coastal Comfort is always here to keep you totally comfortable.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
What are you doing here? I'm here for your 6-month crawl space inspection. Come on, follow me.
I should get out of these clothes.
Believe me, my friend, it's perfectly clean down there. I can't stress the importance of having braziers monitor your crawl space.
What is there to inspect?
Your sub pump, your dehumidifier, and we inspect your whole crawl space for you.
You can't beat that type of service, and there's no bugs down here. Which reminds me.
Son-in-law, is my room ready yet? Come on.
Absolutely.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Well, puzzle lovers are celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Rubik's Cube. The iconic 3x3 grid has stumped millions of players, including myself, and sold 500 million toys for half a century. Hungarian inventor Erno Rubik came up with the first prototype in 1974. He was teaching design and wanted an aid for his students. The box went on to be a pop culture icon.
It drove me crazy. It's giving me a headache right now just remembering trying to solve that thing. Ugh. All right, here we go. Spicer Brothers Camera in Salisbury, staying clear. We are in the midst of a severe drought. We're going to get an update on Thursday before we can announce that we're finally over it. By the way, our umbrella winner, Dave Heffline of Millsboro, congratulations. And hopefully we'll be able to use that umbrella again sometime soon because we need the rain. By the way, you can check on the latest with your forecast by calling our weather line, 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Buxted, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling exclusive 10-day forecast. One quick note, Tuesday, sunshine, but look at Wednesday morning, 36 degrees. That's frosty, if not darn near freezing. And that's going to be 2 mornings in a row. Just trying to remind you of that.
All right, thanks, Paul. We appreciate it. And thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, that's up next. And we'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.